What's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Was the Reincarnation of Hashirama Senju? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to my boy 906. Yeah, that is his name. Anyways, shout out to him for suggesting this idea. Now, it might seem like an ordinary idea in which Naruto might be Hashirama's reincarnation, but what if Hashirama changed after seeing what the village has become, after leaving it to Hiruzen and his students? Well, we'll see where it goes. Anyways, I hope you enjoy today's story, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato on October 10th in nighttime, as you go towards the said village to see that a huge fox was looming over it, as the Kyubi no Yoko, the strongest Biju, has descended upon them. The third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, taking the charge of the shinobis, led his men to the battle, trying to prevent the Biju from entering the village to destroy it even further. But so far, they were failing miserably, as the Biju, even though slowed down a bit, was slowly advancing towards the village. All they could do was now hope for the best and try their best as well, and pray that Minato would arrive to the battlefield as fast as he could. Because on the other side of the village, behind the Hokage monument, Minato Namikaze was fighting a battle of his own against a masked person who was the one behind this all chaos and madness. He was able to wound him, but before anything could further happen, the masked person made his escape, leaving Minato and the village with the Kyubi's shadow looming over both of them. Now Minato had to act fast. He knew there was no other choice, so he went back to the safe house where he has left his kid and wife, as he brought his infant kid and wife to the battleground. While he used Kamabunta to fight off the Biju, Kushina on the other side, his wife, prepared an altar in which they begin to draw the seal matrix of the Haka Fuyin, a forbidden seal from the Uzumakis that was used to seal away the soul or someone in exchange for the soul, thanks to the help of Shinigami. As after being done, Kushina yelled out, "Minato, the seal is ready. It's now or never." As now we see Minato jump down. As they were about to do the seal, we see that the Kyubi, now regaining its consciousness because of the impact from Gamabunta's head towards it, then said, "No, I will not be sealed once more. Not now." As the Kyubi, in a rush of flurry to trying to escape, threw away many of the men that were trying to prevent it from moving, and not only that, broke through Kushina's chains that she was using to hold it down now, and stabbed both Kushina, Minato, and even bit of its nail was piercing through their baby's gut. No! As everyone was shocked as the scene played out in front of them, as Minato, making the hand seals faster, used the Haka Fuyin to summon the Shinigami. "Who dares summon me?" said the Shinigami as the time seemed to slow down for Minato. "I did. I need you to seal the Biju within my son. I'm ready to exchange my soul for it." "That cannot be done. The little boy, his soul has already left this world." "What? No, please, you have to do something." "I can't do anything. This deal cannot be made." "No, Naruto. What will happen to this village?" "Not now." As Shinigami remained there quiet and did something that it did any before or anybody has ever seen or heard. "But there is something that I can do. I will not take your soul since this deal is invalid anyways. I will exchange the soul into this body of one of your prior souls. So choose wisely, Hashirama Senju and Tobirama Senju. Choose between these two." "Hashirama-sama, I choose him." "But what will happen to Naruto's soul?" "Your souls and Naruto's soul will live into the heaven from now on. You shouldn't worry about this world anymore, Minato. Neither it's your or your son's, need to worry about them. You are free. You have lived out your life. Let them live their own." "What will happen to Hashirama-sama?" "He will live inside Naruto's body. He will have his memories and grow on. It is the decree of Kami. A message from her." I see." As after that we see Minato agreed to this, as he soon found himself standing in a huge field with lush grass as well as many other flowers. As in front of him was his wife, who was holding on to their infant child, Minato. You're late again. Yes, I guess I am. As Minato ventured towards her, and they had their happy ending. While on the other side, in the shinobi world, the atmosphere was so heavy. Naruto was somehow able to survive, the only child of the Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki, that was known to some of the Anbus, shinobis, clan heads, as well as the Hokage-sama. As they were currently in the council, Hokage-sama, we have to hide this child at all cost, said Fugaku Uchiha, Minato's closest friend and ally. I agree with Fugaku, as one by one everyone did. As Shikaku Nara, the Jonin commander, then said, I agree with them as well, Hokage-sama. If anyone finds out about Minato and Kushina's son, they will go after him, just to get their revenge from their parents. What you are saying is true, but even if we hide, what will happen if the people find out he is the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi? Said Inoichi. Then we have to hide that fact as well. Naruto will live under the maiden name, said Hiruzen. I will place him in a trusted orphanage. He will live his life there from now on. That is good. The meeting is adjourned. But what he did not knew was an Anbu was listening in, a spy of Danzo Shimura, and he brought this news to him and the elders. So I see. A private meeting was being held before our call of a huge council meeting. Minato and Kushina's son, and the Jinchuriki. We'll see about that, Hiruzen. How long you can hide that. As on the other side, Naruto was moved to the orphanage. As now we see inside Naruto's mindscape, there was the Kyuubi who was shocked to find out what was going on. As in front of it stood Hashirama Senju. Ninetales, what are you doing here? Are you dead too? What do you mean, you insolent being? I am not dead. I am very much alive and yet sealed in one of your, wife's successors. What do you mean? I am sealed within the third Jinchuriki of Konoha. What are you doing here now, Hashirama? That I am not even aware of. Last thing I remember was dying. After that, nothing. Like I was sleeping the whole time. As that is when an old man appeared there. Complete white robes, a black staff, and Magatama orbs behind him. His eyes had rings in them. He was the sage of the sixth path. Father, Kurama, it's been a long time, my son. So you really have a name. It's nice to meet you, Sage-sama. Hashirama. I know that you might feel odd that why is he here and why you are brought here. Isn't that right, both of you? Yes. The thing is that the child that was going to be born and unfortunately killed by my son was supposed to be the child of prophecy. But since he already perished, his soul and his parents' soul was not stolen by the Shinigami but went to heaven, where they will remain forever, happily. But since they have their happy ending, the shinobi world still need the child of prophecy for its saving, because my mother, Kaguya Otsutsuki, the rabbit goddess, she is close to breaking out of the seal. Whether through by her will or by her own power, she will break out. And once that happens, the whole shinobi world will suffer. It is up to you now, Hashirama. You and Kurama both to be the bridge between the Bijus and the humans. And not only that, save the shinobi world. I tried, Sage. In my life I did. All I ever wanted was peace. That is why I even distributed the Bijus. You distributed my children, Hashirama. What would you do? Or how would you feel if I did the same with your children? Think about it. I did not know, Sage. I apologize. Good. At least you realize your mistake. Okay, so now what, Sage-sama? Said Hashirama. You are to do what Naruto was supposed to do. You are to fulfill his shoes and fulfill the prophecy, Hashirama. You have retained your memories. And not only that, your jutsus and power, and chakra as well. Since this is only a vessel, it is more than enough to contain your powers and your chakra. And Kurama, my son, as Hashirama watched with fascination, as with a single touch, the seal disappeared. I have removed the seal. You are to remain here and help him. But father, I know what they have done. The child that you were supposed to meet, well, he was supposed to be your best friend. I have seen the future. But now that future has been destroyed. It is only up to Hashirama to decide, alongside you, what to do with the elemental nation. Wait, but I thought you said that. I know what I said. That is what I wish for you to do. But it is in your hands to choose your destiny. After all, the child of prophecy will shape the destiny of the whole elemental nations. As Hashirama's eyes widen, now fully grasping the true potential of the prophecy, I don't know what to say. You don't have to say anything. Just watch, observe, and then decide. It is up to you now, Hashirama. You and Kurama both. I pray that my mother is sealed once more, and the shinobi world and the elemental nation world will prevail finally in peace. And with these words said, Hashirama witnessed the sage disappear, and then he began to talk with Kyubi. As during that years, Naruto was an infant. As his body began to grow, as he reached at the age of 5, we see that Hashirama and both Kurama had come to form a peace and an alliance, and not only that, some sort of camaraderie between them as well, and friends. As currently Naruto was standing in the cold, wintry night outside of the door of the orphanage. You are hereby kicked out, kid. Do not return here, you hear me? As the matriarch closed the door, slamming shut in front of Naruto's face. As Naruto's eyes widen, then begin to wander into the alleyways. I need to find somewhere to rest. Why are you then staying here? If I leave, I will alert everyone. There are some Anbus watching over me, but why are they not reporting to the Hokage? I don't know. Maybe someone can tell us. As Kurama then gave him the area, how about you walk throughout the village and see how the people react? Because today, the orphaned matriarch talked to a bunch of people, and then later on she reacted weirdly, right? You're right about that, Kurama. Let's check. As Naruto now ventured towards the more peopleish area where the people were still outside, as the people begin to whisper, is that the kid? Of course it is. It all makes sense now. I mean, those whisker marks are dead giveaway. He's the demon spawn. He's the child of Kyubi. He's the one who holds the Biju. Maybe if we hurt him, we might end up hurting the Biju. What? As Hashirama said these words in horror, not for himself, just wondering what could have happened to this kid if he was here. Oh my god. It can be. It can be. It must be some sort of genjutsu, right? No. This is the reality, Hashirama. These people really are trying to harm a kid who has been just kicked out of his home. How sick they can be to think that if they harm a child, they can harm me. We have to get out of here, Hashirama, as fast as we can. I don't understand. Later you can ponder on that, but for now we need some place safe. I know where we can find that. As Hashirama arrived in the Forest of Death and ventured straight towards the tower that was situated in between. After arriving at the upper floors, which were abandoned and never used, Hashirama saw a matrix appeared after clearing out a path on the wall, and after decoding the matrix, he was able to enter. It was his and Mito's hideout, where they escaped their duties just to have some fun and spend time together, or on romantic dates, as now it was his home for the time being. As there inside, everything was reserved as it was, because Mito had a lot of seal mastery, and she was able to preserve a lot of things thanks to her Fuinjutsu. We can spend the time here for the time being. Years maybe? I don't know. But once we run out of stock, we have to go back. Said Kurama, I know that, but for the time being, this is the best place we can find. As now we see, Naruto stayed there for 3 years, or Hashirama did. As after that, we see Hashirama, now at the age of 8 in Naruto's body, was training. Good, I have done my Kenjutsu training. Well, what are you gonna do now? We are low on stock, I have to go. I'll use the Henji this time. As Naruto Henji'd into a different person and went inside. He used to pickpocket to, steal some money so that he could buy some things. And after doing that, he just returned back. Soon reports poured in of pickpocketing and, a man that was never seen before venturing within the forest of death and the village. And soon, there were some people that followed his trail all the way to the Hokage in the middle tower, as even Hiruzen was there. What could be a man doing here? Nobody knows about this place. Only someone who is aware could be entered here. As that is when Naruto decided it was time for him to reveal himself. Wait, Hashirama, what do you intend to do? I have to tell him. I have to come clean who I am. He'll only believe me then. No, you're an idiot. They will be cautious of you. Obviously, they will not want you to know what has happened so far. But they will... You're gonna tamper with the prophecy, are you? No. How can I? Then don't. Hide it. Hide it for the time being and see. After all, it is our job to observe. You're not Hashirama anymore. You're filling in for Naruto. Remember? I remember. As now we see, Naruto then appeared in one of the corridors. Hokage-sama, I found Naruto here. Naruto, my boy. Where were you all this time? I was living here, Gigi. I was kicked out on my 5th birthday. I did not knew why. The people were giving me mean stares, so I ran. And once I found where I was here. It is a nice place. Don't take it away from me, Gigi. I like it here, please. Fine, my boy. If that is what you wish, you can live here. Nobody's gonna take this place away from you. Okay? Thank you. Thank you so much, Gigi. Good. I'll put in a monthly staple for you that you can collect from my office directly. That will help you get by for a month at least. But don't you dare spend it all in one day. I won't, I promise. Good. And now I gotta go and talk to some people. As now we see Hiruzen inside the council chamber as Naruto, masking his chakra, was hiding as watching over the council meeting as the whole council was gathered. I found Naruto. The suspicious man was Naruto, actually, a kid who has been living by on his own. Now someone can tell me, how did his heritage leak out? Heritage? Yes, the heritage that he was a Jinchuriki. What's the difference? Somebody was sooner or later going to find out. People had their own speculations, Hiruzen. The whisker marks were that giveaway, said Danzo. So it was you. Was it not, Danzo? What if it was me? The people were demanding it and they needed to know. They had the right to know. And you didn't have any right to not consult me while doing this. As Hashirama's eyes narrowed, Danzo, one of the only students of my brother that I did not like. Not one bit. That one right there? He has a lot of darkness, Hashirama. You should be careful around him. You might have seen him as a kid, and still might do, but he is a lot cunning man now. He has survived wars. You should be careful around him. I know, I will, Kurama. As now we see, Hiruzen then said, well, whatever happened, happened. Naruto is hiding. He wants to remain as such. You have made him lost complete faith in the villagers. You know what this could affect in the future? Naruto wouldn't even want to protect this village if something is to happen. So this is Hiruzen's endgame. Just to make sure that he has an attack dog ready, huh? I expected more from you, Hiruzen. My brother would have been disappointed in all of you greatly. And soon after that, while also training, Hashirama's new job was to watch over Konoha and inspect each and every one of them closely. He couldn't trust anyone. And true to his words, he was extremely disappointed to find out that his brother's students have turned the village upside down. The people have gone corrupt. They were not the people that once lived in Konoha, as they were planning to execute the whole Uchiha clan. And Naruto was not going to have any of it. Are you sure you want to spare those red-eye freaks? Even if they are those, they are still people. They deserve a chance. Like all of you, and like all of you, so do I," said Hashirama as Kurama became quiet. As now we see, before the attack could commence, as Itachi Uchiha was about to descend, Naruto arrived there and knocked him out. And then he handed himself into Itachi and ventured from home to home, trying to take out the women as well as the children and making sure they were at a safer place. And after guiding them there, we see that Naruto arrived inside the clan head, where he saw both of them seated. "So it seems you have chosen your side, Itachi." "I'm not Itachi. I'm someone who is henjied into him." "What? What did you do to him?" "I did nothing, I just knocked him out. I don't want Uchiha clan to be exterminated, and I don't think Hashirama-sama would have wanted this to happen. But the council, they have decided it, and Hashirama is not even here." "You don't even know." "Well, anyways, I have found a safe passage. You can leave from there and live, making your own village. You have to hide for a bit, but you will be safe." "Alright, but what if Konoha comes after us? They will say we are deserters, traitors." "True, but they won't be able to try to capture you, overthrow you because you are your own village now." "That is correct. We can really go away. But before you go, can I ask you a question?" "What is it?" "Why were you planning a coup?" "Our people have been mistreated. Since Madara's betrayal and Hashirama-sama's death, Tobirama-sama took over, and he pushed Uchihas out. It was only to make sure that we are safe from our own curse of hatred, but the people took it the wrong way. And then his student, Hiruzen-sama, took over. He tried his best, but his, other fellow students of the same sensei, they tried each and every bit of tactics to overthrow Uchihas and undermine us, and pushed us so much that we in the end have no choice to go to war. We just wanted peace. All we ever did was, nobody even tried to reach out to us. Whoever you are, I'm not gonna even see you through your genjutsu. Just know this, we had really no choice. What we were doing was trying to protect the least amount of dignity we have left. If we are to die, then we will rather die free. This is not die as freedom, or neither it is living as slaves. You are the founding clan of Konoha, as were the Senjus and the Uzumakis. I have heard that the Uzumaki land is barren and nobody can set foot inside. But this, as Hashirama gave him a necklace, this will allow you and your people to pass through. You can live there, and nobody can get inside since only you people will remain there. And maybe start your own home there. Really? Thank you. I don't know how to, as that is when the door suddenly bursted open and there stood Itachi with his katana, and not only that, Sasuke also arrived. Tojan, Gachan, the whole clan is barren. Compound is barren. Where is everyone? I have already made them evacuate. What are you doing? Who are you? Itachi, you don't need to kill or shed blood. Konoha will not come after you. Just go. I have told your parents. You don't have to bear this burden. You don't have to choose. What? What do you mean, have to choose? I listened. Danzo offered him two choices. Either they all die, or he can save only one. And that is when he decided to save Sasuke. As Mikoto was sad as she shedded tears, I handed into you, and your people think that you were the one who made them evacuate. It is up to you now to decide whether you want to follow Konoha because of their loyalty, or you rather go and save your clan and live a peaceful life somewhere safe. As after thinking for a bit, Itachi agreed. But what about Danzo and the others? Wouldn't they try to? They can try, but I won't let them, I promise you. Now go. And so the whole Uchiha clan vanished overnight, and nobody knew where they went. As now we see, the next morning in the council meeting, Danzo was fuming. We have to find them. The whole clan cannot disappear. The whole Uchiha compound is abandoned. Why do you think that something was supposed to happen, Danzo? I still cannot fathom your words. Because something was supposed to happen yesterday. What? Uchiha Itachi came to me because he had a solution to a coup. He said that he will execute the whole clan, but I told him to stop and leave one at least. So he decided it was his brother. And that is what was supposed to happen. And yet you didn't try to inform me, Danzo. I thought it was for the best that I don't tell you about this. Fine, whatever you say. As now we see, Hashirama was baffled. That's it? Hiruzen was just going to let him go? This was treason. This was not the village that he has created. Maybe Madara was right. He wasn't right. He was a little bit correct, but not entirely right. And you were not entirely wrong as well, Hashirama. Both of you had one dream, but, well, these people just don't understand it. The torch that you gave these people, they just threw it down. They have only ignited the flames of greed and hatred. So what do you suggest, Kurama? What should we do? For the time being, lay low. Or you can escape, obviously. Escape with the Uchihas. I think that is for the best. Leave them. If they can't protect the founding clan, what makes you think that they will protect you? A nameless child. Alright, it is decided we will leave then. As now we see it was nighttime as Naruto, or more like Hashirama and Kurama has decided a plan. Hashirama was going to take each and every bit of scrolls from Uzumaki's and Senju's as well as from the Uchihas and go to the Uzumaki compound. And after finding and gathering each and every bit of scrolls that he could, even the scroll of sealing, and making sure no traces or no second copies were left behind, even with Danzo and his root base that was still operating, Hashirama in the middle of the night left before sunrise. As he arrived at the Uchiha compound, which was previously known as the Uzumaki compound and Uzumaki ruins, in the Uzushiogakure, as in Konoha, everyone was now on edge. Naruto has disappeared, or more like blood traces were found, and signs of, well, force. Seemingly some people have got to him, and they have taken him. And not only that, most of the Uzumaki Senjus and Uchiha scrolls have vanished, meaning that these scrolls were a target. Not single one copy or a scroll was left behind, and those that could be salvaged were already destroyed. As the council meeting was tense, we need to find them, 3 major clans, and all of their scrolls gone in single night, Hiruzen. Someone who knew about them, where they were placed. Someone knew, and that someone did this. It is either you, me, or some of the council member. And they all are here, and we have checked each and every one's of compound. Even my own has been checked, and we haven't found a single trace of the scrolls. Whoever it was, he knew about where the scrolls were kept and how to get to them, but he was not one of us. Whoever he was, we need to find him and bring him back. And so, our scrolls. That is correct. As now we see, on the other side, seeing Naruto, they were quite happy. As Itachi then said, "So it was you, huh? How did you..." Listen to me. I know this may sound absurd, but I am actually not Naruto. The poor boy's soul died as soon as he was born, thanks to the Akatsuki Attack. And Shinigami-sama left my soul here instead to fulfill the prophecy. So you are the child of prophecy. Naruto was, said Hashirama, denying it. But I am filling in his shoes because someone has to. And I have taken this responsibility as well. Itachi, listen to me. The Kaguya Otsutsuki, the rabbit goddess, is out there, and she's gonna be freed sooner or later. And when she comes, the whole Uchiha clan, heck, the whole world might suffer. So I think it is best for us to train and remain hidden. I highly agree with that, Hashirama-sama, but I have already gotten a job to do. You see, after this all, I was going to go and, well, go towards Akatsuki. Now I have a reason to. I just tell them that I faked my death and my clan's death to make sure they're safe before arriving to them. What? What do they want? They want something. I don't know what it is, but I will send you in the news once I found out. In the meanwhile, please protect my clan and my home. Of course I will. As Itachi then departed, as many years passed after that, Sasuke, under Hashirama and Naruto, trained, and so did many others. Hashirama, who knew Madara quite well, was able to tell Uchiha his secrets, and they were able to tap into the Mangekyo easily, without the trauma that anyone has to face. And thanks to them being there, they replaced each other's eyes to attain the eternal Mangekyo, using it without any consequences and drawbacks. And even Sasuke, at the age of 14, had now Mangekyo Sharingan. Thanks to Itachi and his news that he has been sending as a spy, Akatsuki's true motives were discovered, and not only that, their patron as well. They were going to attack Jinchurikis, revive Ten Tails, and free Kaguya. Seemingly Zetsu was within them, the will of Kaguya. As that is when it was decided to attack, as Naruto told them, "No, I am going to go alone, Fugaku. You and the rest of the clan will remain here, but Hashirama-sama, it is not right. We have to fight. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have been here. We would have died. Let us fight, please. We can do this. I know you can take care of that and you can fight on your own as well, but I'd rather not shed any more blood. It is my duty and I am going to fulfill it." End of the discussion. You and your clan will remain here safely. Sensei, please. You have to agree to Tojan, said Sasuke. I'm sorry, Sasuke, but this is only right. You, as my student, it is your duty to remain here. If Itachi and I don't return, you all know what to do. Barricade the barriers even more. Initiate the seal protocols and nobody gets outside or inside for at least more than 20 years. We have gathered enough rations over the course of years that you can all remain here for more than 20 years or so. Is that clear? Yes. Good. I'm leaving everything to you, Fugaku, and as well Sasuke. As after that we see, using the flying Raijin technique, Hashirama arrived where Itachi was waiting with the kunai that he has plucked to the tree. So you are here, Hashirama-sama. Yes. Where is the Akatsuki? Right towards that, only a few miles away from here. Let's go then. As once arriving at their base, both Itachi and Hashirama laid down their wrath. Hashirama displayed his true potential and power as the Mokitan wielder, wielding the wooden dragon, the Buddha statue, as well as the golems that were as tall as Susanoo. And Itachi, now having the Mangekyo eternal form, was able to use his Susanoo as well, as both of them combining their strength, and adding to that was the Kyuubi's whole chakra, the KCM2 state, was enough to destroy the whole Akatsuki and Amegakure. And so Amegakure and the whole Akatsuki, alongside with Zetsu and Tobi, were wiped out from the face of the earth. And now the other villages take notice of it and were quite shocked because they sensed tremendous amount of chakra from it. But the source disappeared as soon as it was done. But Konoha knew what it was. It was the Kyuubi's chakra. As in the council meeting, we see Hiruzen said it could be Naruto, but the boy was taken and there was signs of struggle. Maybe it is a new Jinchuriki. Regardless of what it is, Hiruzen, that thing is the property of Konoha and needs to be brought back here one way or another. I know. That is what we're gonna do, and that is our aim. Is that clear, everyone? We are to bring back whoever this Jinchuriki is, because Kyuubi no Yoko is property of Konoha. But right after that, they tried to find him, but so far nothing. As on the other side, the Uchihas were happy that they could finally live peacefully away from the Akatsuki as their oldest have returned. It is not over, said Naruto or Hashirama. But Sensei, we defeated the Akatsuki. Yes, Hashirama-sama, everything is done. Sasuke is right. The prophecy needs to be fulfilled. I, or Naruto, had the, responsibility to change the fates of the elemental nations. Konoha is filled with greed, and I don't think any other nation is much better. As much as we have visited and interacted with them, they are all greedy and power-hungry and egotistical. They needed to be ego-checked and hard. So what do you have in plan? What else? It is simple. I am going to declare war on all of them, take away their bijus and see how they feel. But Hashirama-sama, this might shift. I know the balance will be shifted, but remember, the bijus are sentient beings. They are not mindless monsters. I distributed them because I saw that at the time they would lead the people and guide them and maybe bring them together. But this is not something even I wanted or not Sage wanted. It was his children, the children of the Sage. Then let me please accompany you, said Itachi. I will as well, Sensei, said Sasuke. Please, I beg of you. You have done so much for us, Hashirama-sama. I want you to at least allow my sons to accompany, if not my whole clan. Fine. But only these two. I'm not gonna risk any more lives. And Mikoto, I promise to you, if anything happens, your children will return to you safely. Hi, Hashirama-sama. As after that, the new Uchiha village was left by the three. As they arrived, village to village, freeing the Jinchurikis as well as their bijus, saving them both and separating them, as even Kurama was separated now from Naruto, or Hashirama, as all of the bijus were now remaining inside the Uzushiogakure. As one after the other, the bijus and Jinchuriki disappeared forever, as all the way only until the 8 tails remained. As the other Kages were now getting worried, so they had a Kage council meeting in an Iron Country. We need to tackle this situation. The Jinchurikis are disappearing, one after the other. Not only that, only Kumo is the one who with the Jinchuriki that is remaining. Even if he is the Jinchuriki, he is my brother. Whether you like it or not, I am not going to hand him over or do something of your bullshit. No, that is not what we came here to gather for. We are here because we need to find and see who it is who is doing all of this and tackle him as best as we can. That you don't need to worry. It is me. Naruto. I am not Naruto, Hiruzen. I am Hashirama. Like we will believe you. As Naruto then demonstrated the Mokutan, as well as the Senjutsu chakra of the legendary Hashirama that only Oniki and Hiruzen were familiar with. It can be Hashirama-sama. Yes, but wait, what happened to Naruto? Naruto never existed. His soul perished as soon as he was born. Shinigami replaced my soul with his. It is my duty to fulfill that prophecy of the child of prophecy. As then Jiraiya spoke, then Hashirama-sama, what are you doing, dear? Why are you declaring war on us? Because I have seen that you all have grown greedy. It was I who freed the Uchiha clan. It was I who took the scrolls. Hashirama-sama, why? It is your home that you built. No. This is not the Konoha I created. This is an imitation, a husk of its former glory, the one that I created with my friend. Now, I am going to give you a fair chance. Those who wish to live peacefully set aside their hatred. Only they will be spared. Because the prophecy, whether you like it or not, will be fulfilled. As Aiden said, we always have been peaceful. We will agree to this, Hashirama-sama. As Oniki as well nodded. But we better have peaceful routes and everything we share with one another, of course. I hope that is, well, agreed by all. As even Kiri agreed. And even Suna did. We can't do this. Konoha by your side will be overpowered. The prophecy will never be tampered with, Jiraiya. It was never supposed to be tampered with. Trying to tamper the prophecy will have effects that will negate different outcomes. Destructive ones. Kaguya Otsutsuki, the rabbit goddess, could be freed. The sage himself requested me that I see to it that she doesn't, and I make sure that everyone is living in peace. Whether Konoha likes it or not, they gonna have to accept these changes. If they can't, then there will be war between them and me. If I can build that village, I can dismantle it and destroy it as well. And that is not a warning. That is a promise. And with these words, and the threat looming over them, even Hiruzen decided that it was best for them. And soon after that, we see everything was settled and the peace prevailed. The war, it didn't need it to happen. And the peace treaty was signed between them, and each and every terms were settled in by all 5 Kages consultation. It took them more than many hours, as now we see. As they were returning back to their hideout, Naruto was stopped. Gigi, by a voice of an older woman. As Naruto turned towards her, Suna-chan, here you are. As Tsunade Senju, the slug sage, dashed towards her younger grandfather who was reincarnated and hugged him. You're really gotten strong, huh? You got meteor strength. How is this possible? I don't know. Maybe because Shinigami thought that I was the perfect soul for this. That is why he chose me and I was able to meet you once again, Suna. But remember this, once drowned in sorrow, you can never get out of it. You have to move forward. Don't give up on life just yet. As after that, Tsunade cried and listened to her grandfather, and she too moved into the Uchiha village. And soon after that, the Uchihas emerged as an independent village of their own, with the civilian Uchiha clan members and the shinobis as well, only made out of the Uchihas, as Senjus as well, because both of the clans now mixed together. It was actually Hashirama Senju who once again protected his best friends slash brother Madara Uchiha's, clan once more. And the whole world, it was actually in peace this time, for once. And Hashirama, he was proud of what he has achieved. The 9 beaches were here, and so was everyone. But he carried the guilt of taking his younger years and life away from young Naruto, even if he was able to resolve all of this. As now we see, in his dream one night, he met with a sage, who had a boy next to him, who was similar to his age with blonde hair, blue eyes. Naruto? Hi, it's me. Old Gramps over here brought me here to meet you. First, it's quite an honor to meet you actually. You know, you're kind of my favorite Hokage after my father, because of your awesome cool wood jutsus and all. It's called the wood release, Naruto. Don't you, hate me for taking away those years? Your life? I am living your life, Naruto. This was supposed to be all you. No, I'm actually grateful. I might have done something stupid. Something that I might have later come to regret. I don't even know if I might have destroyed them or not. What you did is the most logical thing. You even though knew you could go to war, you chose the pacifist path. And you saved them all, even those who you hate and are extremely disappointed with. You are right. I also watched them grow up. Just didn't knew that they would turn into disappointment like this. I guess so. How about you, Naruto? I have been living well. Me and my parents, all thanks to you. Thank you, Hashirama-sama. Thank you so much for doing this. As after that, Naruto disappeared in a blinding light, and so did the sage. As Hashirama the next morning woke up to see a visage near him. You did good. You made our dream come to a reality, said a voice from a shadow of the past. You have woken up in this accursed world, Hashirama, and changed it into a paradise once more, my friend. Farewell. I'll be waiting you on the other side. Just don't keep me waiting for too long, you idiot. I guess I won't, Madara. I guess I won't. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this short movie off, guys. I hope you like it, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.